Hello again, guys. We've just now reached Stourbridge after having a journey on the 142A. We're now going to jump onto the 25 up to Dudley Way, and obviously only half the route. So we're only filming half the route up to Merry Hill, because obviously we've done the Dudley bit last year. So we do apologise because the video was meant to be for last year, but however there was a bit of change of plan. During the time when I was filming the 25, I was actually filming the bit. When I was filming the bit to Dudley, instead of going over to do the rest of the 25, I ended up in Kidderminster by doing the 580 from Gimva. So what we're doing, we're going to do the 25 up to Dudley. Now, the first one that I was meant to jump on had sadly broken down, but obviously that's one of those things anyway. You can't predict anything like that, so I'm just going to wait for the next 25 to come, or maybe the one after. It all depends which one suits us best. But we're doing well, so here we are in Stourbridge, just waiting for the 25 to arrive. Anyway, here we go. We're now departing from Stourbridge to Dudley on the 25. Straight right, and this is line 2, and for the first part of the journey we are filming a longer version of the 226 style street lights between Stourbridge and Dudley, and then the next part the route will be included in the kiddie version, which we filmed last year between Merry Hill. Between Stourbridge and Merry Hill, we're filming the bit between in the 226 style street light, the longer version. It's obviously with the linkettes being similar to the buses that were on the 226, and then between Merry Hill and Dudley is the Kidderminster street light, the ex-Rosso. So hope you enjoy the journey. So the 25 was introduced in 2023 to replace parts of the 250 and 251 services, which are the Merry Hill circulars, and which was operated by Diamond Bus, and of course Hanson's local buses. And I think those routes were originally registered as Hanson's. And then the section up to Merry Hill, up to Dudley, replaced the 11 and the 11A, which were operated by NXWM and ran from Merry Hill to Walsall for the entire Dudley. Before the 11 and the 11A came down to Merry Hill, it was the 81, operated by NXWM, that ran from Merry Hill to Wolverhampton via Dudley. Now, the 25 did serve the High Street previously, but obviously it doesn't anymore, because obviously due to obvious reasons. The 25 just goes around the ring road and then go directly to Wollaston. And then before the 81 came down, it was the 283 that ran from Merry Hill to Bilston. So here we go along the ring road. There's the LD. There used to be a B&Q, and there's the monster car park for the Grand Market Shopping Centre, which is one of the main centres in Stourbridge. And so we're on the street line all the way to between Merry Hill, Stourbridge and Mercer, and then what we include last year's footage on the Dudley path. So just enjoy the journey. I'm hoping to eventually get the 5 done, or while the light is still on. It's 7:17. There's a Prospect coach just parked up outside the Crystal Lake Centre, and that's working for a pool contract for the running contracts for people's. So they obviously prospects don't only do the Kinsler school run and the Alzheimer's college run, they also do pool contracts. Passing us is the Stourbridge bound 25, coming from Dudley, past the Kidderminster bus. Obviously the 25 is operating from both Kidderminster and Tibberdale, but on evenings and Sundays it's just operated by Tibberdale and only operates between Stourbridge, between Dudley and Berry Hill, and does not continue on to Stourbridge. So here we go, we're coming up towards Wollaston. You can see the floors will be passing St James's Church. This has been a while since Tibberdale Depot has gone to Stourbridge as well. When it was the start of 2023, it was the first time I saw a Tibberdale bus coming to. It was the first time I saw a Tibberdale bus coming towards Stourbridge. Since they lost the 17 on the Sundays, they're now gone and do the 17 on weeknights and Saturdays, but they're just doing like the two Dudley and Kingston on Sundays. So we're over at Wollaston Junction. So the 2x1 used to go, when it used to come into Stourbridge, you used to turn that tight corner, but it doesn't anymore because that part is now withdrawn, and of course it used to go across the High Park, and but the only service that crosses that part now is the 7, and it doesn't go by the Old White Horse, but Diamonds 125 still does. And then the 2x1 used to go along the Stourbridge High Street, by the bottom by Tesco's, but no bus serves that part of the route anymore. Stourbridge High Street is still served by the main part of the High Street is still served by the 88 at Stourbridge to Norton, and the 250 and 251 used to go across Amblecote Road, but I'll speak more on that later on when we get to Port America. Now the 250 route used to turn left and used to go around Wollaston Farm, and the 251 coming the opposite way, but that has not happened since the start of 2023, because the 25 was just now bypasses Wollaston Farm, so it's not on the same line, so that means the 25 can't stop there, so that means the 25 no longer, so that means that the 25 no longer covers the section of the route, but it's still provided by the NXWM Platinum Service number 8 that runs from there to Wolverhampton, that used to be the old Merry Hill Ben's Nest to Wollaston Farm, which was operated by Ben's Nest, but the 8 is now operated by Wolverhampton with Platinum buses, and it's been on the Platinum route since 2020, and it's worked the X8 to Birmingham. 250 and 251 were originally started as answers. The buses were on the route that included any starts, Enviro 200s, and of course an Optare Solo. And when Diamond took over, they used an Optare Solo, any start, an Enviro 200s, and also they used occasionally an Optare Metro City. If I remember when Metro City operated the 250 and 251. Then in 2020 they used the street lights, that was the white diamond street lights that included the luggage racks, but now they've gone down to Heathrow. Because they were meant to be for Heathrow, but due to obvious reasons at the time, the street lights were operating on these town services, which was very interesting to be honest, seeing a street light with luggage racks operating the 250, 251, especially people putting their purchased items on the bag, on the luggage racks. So now we're combined with the 226 route from Dudley, which we did earlier. So we're now back at Stourbridge, which is where we did the 226 earlier. Because if you remembered if you remembered today, we did the 226 from Dudley to Merry Hill. Now we're doing now we're on the 25. Hopefully we might do the 5 at some point in the near future, or we might do the 27A in the near future, maybe. All depends. Okay then, now as you can tell with the video, I've actually now switched the video from a Tividale bus to one of the Kidderminster buses, unless this bus has been transferred back to Tividale. Well, obviously, due to poor quality, I had to change the video over to this style because there was a lot of poor quality going on and it was just ruining the video. So to be on the safe side, I had to just improve the video. So anyway, we're going along the Stourbridge Road. So we're following alongside the 226 going towards Merry Hill, but however we will divert via Brockmore and then rejoin the 226. Now, as you know, the 25 replaced the 250, 251 routes back in 2023, and after Merry Hill, the 250 continued to do the loop back to Stourbridge along the Almcote Road. But however, that is now only served by the route number 8, which is operated by NXWM, which is a platinum service that runs from Wollaston Farm to Wolverhampton. So here we go, we're on our way to Merry Hill right now. So then guys, we're now in Brockmore on the 25, and we are not far away from Merry Hill. And as you probably might know, that this video is filmed in two buses. The first part of the video between Stourbridge and Merry Hill is in a street light, which is operated by the Kidderminster depot, while the last part, which is up to Dudley, is an Optare Solar, which is run from the Tiverdale depot. So you might see a change in the bus when we get to Merry Hill. So I hope you are all good, and I hope that you're enjoying my channel so far, which is of course the #1 channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. So then guys, we're now coming towards Briley Hill and then on to Merry Hill. So we've completed the section of the old 250 and 251 between Stourbridge and Merry Hill. But we've missed out Wollaston Farm due to the fact that the 25 doesn't serve Wollaston Farm compared to when the 250 and 251 used to serve it. Because the only route that serves Wollaston Farm now is the NXWM number 8 that connects Wollaston Farm, Stourbridge, Merry Hill, Dudley, Roseville and Wolverhampton. So that's the only service that serves the area using their platinum buses. So anyway, there's the back of the Moor Centre in Briley Hill, which is in Briley Hill Town Centre. And we're going to be heading to Merry Hill, and then we're going to head up the old 11 and the 11A up to Dudley, which replaced the 81 back in early 2020. Because the 81 got shortened to Dudley only, and then Bangor took over the running of the daytime service in 2022, last year, January 2022, the end of January. And now Diamond are doing the evening and Sunday tender of the 81, because NX no longer run the 81 at all now. So anyway, we're now coming through Briley Hill, and we're going to go down Mill Street and then into Merry Hill. So then guys, we are en route into Merry Hill. And the next part, we're going to head through Neverton and up to Dudley, where the service will terminate. And then that will complete our 25 service from Stourbridge. And I hope you liked the video, and I will continue with more and more videos yet to come. So please stay tuned for that, guys, here on Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures, the best YouTube channel that you can name of all time. Yes, the best YouTube channel that you can name of all time. So keep watching, guys. More videos will be en route, and I'm happy to say we are going to continue with more exciting videos that will be coming along. So remember, guys, keep watching. So then, we're now coming into Merry Hill, and then after Merry Hill, we're going to continue up to Dudley. So the route we're going to take up to Dudley is past the Primark, along part the waterfront, past the trading estate, onto Lodge Farm, then up the steep hill, and then we'll go onto Marriott Road, and then we'll go into the centre of Neverton. And then after going through the centre of Neverton, we're then going to turn right once we left the centre of Neverton, and then we're going to go along. So we're going to head onto Baptist End Road, and then we're going to come to a roundabout at the bottom of the Buffrey, and then we're going to turn to the left, go along Lister Road, up Adshead Road, then onto Prospect Row, then onto the Black Acre, and then we're going to go to an island at Flood Street, the Flood Street Island, along Flood Street, onto King Street, and then terminating outside the Churchill Shopping Centre in Dudley. And that will complete our 25 all the way from Stourbridge. So this is Merry Hill. So the next video footage is in an Optare solo. So we'll be in an Optare solo on the next part of the video. Well, the remainder of the video. And that will complete our amazing journey on the 25. So I hope you enjoyed the 25. Keep watching, guys, for more and more exciting videos that will come soon here on Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. The best YouTube channel that you can name of all time. Yes, the best YouTube channel that you can name of all time. So remember, guys, keep watching and there'll be more and more videos yet to come. So this is Merry Hill bus station. And the journey's not over yet because we still got to do the... Section, the 11 and the 11A from Walsall via Dudley. So the 11A from Walsall to Merry Hill via Dudley was introduced at the start of 2020, replacing parts of the 81, Dudley to Wolverhampton, and this is also included in a rediscovery of the 81 from Merry Hill to Wolverhampton via Dudley. Whilst the Stourbridge section, which is added onto this video, was part of the old 250 and 251. So we're on trumpet lights now. So we're on our way to Dudley. So there's a Starbucks right there. So just waiting on trumpet lights.
operated by horse or garage, with the Scania on the links, the Volvo V7 right eclipses, and so there was two of the eclipses, the Mark 1 and the Mark 2 eclipses. And when it was the 81, there was the Optare XLs back in the day, along with the Enviro 200s and the B7s. And Enviro 200 has done the 11s now and again, but normally it's the B7s and it's the Scanias. If you remember, the Scanias used to do the 11s back in the day. And before the 81 came along here, it was the D5 and it was the 283 route, if you remember that, the old 283, Maryhill to Dilston. So we're now going across the High Bridge Road, so this is going to climb up the steep hill, up into Neverton. So down there goes towards the reservoir, and so we're now coming up into Neverton. Now, if my camera was pointing on the left-hand side window, you would see the Church of St Andrews, and you can see that from the Maryhill because it's so close to Maryhill. And obviously the bus does go slow on hill, but if you look going downwards, it's like going down on a roller coaster. But obviously it wouldn't be much of a major thrash if you go down the hill. It feels like you're falling, you're going down a big hole. And obviously when you look at the big hills like the Clean Hill and the King Hill Lane, gosh, it's heavenly. Now here we are just at the top of the hill, top of the High Bridge, and we're now in Neverton. Well, we're not in the centre of Neverton yet, we're just going around the estates of Neverton. Served by the 124 route from Dudley to Crowley Heath, and was a direct service from Dudley all the way to Crowley Heath. And that stopped operating in 2019 that meant it spelt the end for Diamond serving Neverton, but however Diamond continued to serve the area on the 18 service on Sundays, which is the Dudley to Merry Hill, formerly known as the 243. And then that ceased operating in 2019. Diamond ran it on Sundays, and National Express West Midlands that did the daytime service took over the full running of the timetable. But however, that continued up until 2022, when National Express West Midlands pulled off the 18 route, and then they shortened the 11s back to Dudley at the start of last year. And the 25 replaced the section of the 11A, so we've now got Diamond covering this part of the route once again. So we're just rediscovering parts of the 124. But however, with Diamond doing the 18 and the 25 in Neverton, this doesn't mean National Express has ceased operating in Neverton, because they still run the 19 route, which used to be the 244 from Dudley to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, QE via Hales, Owen and Quinton. And before, it used to run between Dudley and Hayley Green, because the QE section was the 99, and before that was the 636, 637, and also part of that was the 142 route when it used to go from Stourbridge to the QE, and now it goes Halzone to Merry Hill, replacing part of the 28. Used to operate in Neverton. The buses that normally did the route was Omter solos and steady starts, and also a wheel forward street lights back in the day. So there've been loads of different buses back in the day. If you remember the 124, that was a great route, that one was. So we're just by the main road where we're joining up onto the Halezone Road, and then we'll turn, and then we're going to do a sharp, right turn as we go into, then we're going to do a sharp right turn when we go into down towards Baptist End at the bottom. Baptist End. Centre of Neverton, so traffic for the Halzone bound line, or the Old Hill bound line, is now on red, so that means the 25 can then proceed onto the stand here in the centre of Neverton. So here we are, now in the centre of Neverton. And interchange is provided here with the 18 services towards Old Hill and Cradley and Merry Hill, and of course the 19s to the QE Hospital. There was also at one time the old 282 route that used to come along here as well. If you remember the 282 through, used to come through part of Neverton. If you remember the 282 from Merry Hill to Gornal Wood, they only operated a couple of trips a day. That route stopped operating at the, so anyone in 2016, and over there is the Neverton Art Centre. is an ODL Enviro 200 working for the 19 route from Dudley to the QE Hospital. And just about to pass us is the outbound Stourbridge 25 Diamond service. And the 25 route is operated from Kidderminster and Tividale depots. So I'm just gonna quickly drop the camera. So that one's an ex-First Street light, that one is. So that's the outbound Stourbridge service that's just gone past. These are one of the newer street lights that recently joined the Diamond fleet. The others came last year, because as well as that they had the cancelled Aruba Sapphire street lights on before, and of course the standard Diamond ones, even the ones that were previously branded on the 125 route from Stourbridge over to Kidderminster, Dudley and on to Bridge North. But obviously they always keep upgrading the fleet on the Diamond. There's always street lights on this route mainly, especially with Tividale, but Tividale will just take any bus. Sometimes they take an Enviro 200 on, sometimes they take a Mella, well there's been a Mella on it time to time, and also there's also been a Versa. I think there had been a Versa on this route, I don't know, but I know they've had a Solo on this route as well. So here we go, we're now on our way up into Dudley. So now coming to the bottom of the buffery, which is in front of me on the roundabout. So the buffery is in front of me at the bottom of the roundabout. So the buffery road. So there's the buffery. So here's the buffery, just right here. And that is where the 7 and 19 would go up. And the 7's from Wollaston Junction to Dudley. So here we are, we're now on Lister Road. So this is Lister Road now. On back the stems. Next we're going to do a sharp right and a sharp right again, and we're going to just climb this last part of the route, and then in no time at all we'll be arriving into Dudley, where connections is provided for continuing destinations to the likes of Bilston, Wolverhampton, Walsall, Birmingham, even to Stourbridge via different parts of the Midlands, like Brussels Hall Hospital and Gornal Wood, even Kingswinford, and there's also connections to Kingswinford from Dudley, and also connections to the two estates, and that includes Fox Yards and of course Wren's Nest, and there's all other estate connections here, connections in Dudley, even to the likes of Russell's Hall, etc. And there's also connections with the 24 service round to the Slegmere and to all that. Oakham, and even to West Bromwich, and also onto the Soho Road, which is on the 74 route, which is actually one of the busiest routes in the Midlands alongside the 87. Services are using temporary bus stops. That is because of the redevelopment work that's taking place on Dudley bus station, which will soon be known as Dudley Interchange. And Dudley Interchange is going to be a DIA system, a drive-in reverse out, to be just like other type of bus stations like Telford. Also Leicester, St Margaret's and Haymarket, and there's quite a few other bus stations, even Stoke. And it will also provide interchange with the metro system, the tram line that's going to be extended from Wednesbury to Dudley. So there are some good news going on in the Dudley area, so hopefully the new station will be a very warm welcome and will also attract more bus services to come, but obviously we have to wait and see what happens with the changes with all these ideas that are coming up. Bypass to enter the centre of Dudley. Now, as you know, there are two parts of the Cousins store. You've got the main store, which is the big one, and then you've got that small one where you have to go downstairs to a car park and into the basement. Hotel over at the Castlegate Leisure Complex, and down there goes towards the Dudley Canal and Tunnel Trust and the Black Country Museum, and there is a Versat out on the 229 towards Bilston because the 229 has reverted back to its usual route. It's no longer the 230 or the 229A. The 229 just only went to Sedgley for a short stint due to roadworks. But I think it might be down to obvious reasons what made it go back, but obviously the roadworks are cleared, so it's just back to normal service. Just in front of me over there is Dudley Zoo. You can see the cable car on the fairground, and there's the trams for the metro, where the trams will come across eventually. So looking forward to see what's happening with the changes that's happening. And just about to pass us is the 7 Volvo Eclipse on the 11th heading towards Walsall from Dudley. And it will go via Tipton, Barton, Tipton and then into Exbury before proceeding along the main road to Walsall, whilst the 11A goes round the back roads. So we'll be terminating on Tower Street, which is by the Evolve campus, Dudley College, because that's the temporary bus terminal for now until the completed. So here we are. Welcome to Dudley, everyone. Thank you for watching. And for those people who were watching the 81 who used to love it, that would be